Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Let's Talk About It with Latrice. I am excited about this episode 7. I welcome you. Before we get started, what I will love for you all to do is subscribe, comment, share, and put your notification on. That little bell, hit it. That way you will get the notification when I go live. And we are going to do the giveaway early. So I would like for you all to go to my website on Let's Talk About It with Latrice.com and put your information in. Stay on this journey. Give me your contact information. If you go to the left, I think once you go on there, you hit those 3 bars. It's 3 lines. And those 3 lines you're going to hit, and it should come up contact. I'm only asking for 3 contact information. I think it's your name, your address, and maybe your phone number. And in the comments, put gift or put a topic that you would like for me to cover in the comment section. Also, don't forget Saved by Grace, a journey of survival, healing, and forgiveness. This is on my website, and also I will be adding, I already started adding some merch on my website as well. So don't forget to go on there if you have not gotten your copy. We have it in softback, hardback, and audio. So go on the website. That is Let's Talk About It with Latrice.com. Don't forget to leave your information so you can stay connected with me and so you can receive a gift. So that website is, and you do see the barcode on the screen where you can take a picture of it or hit the barcode and it come right up to that link. And that's Let's Talk About It with Latrice.com. So don't forget to leave your contact information and any topics that you would like for me to talk about so we can stay connected, and put gift in the comments so you can receive your gift. I'm going to draw 5 people, not the first 5, but the 5 people that put their information and their contact information so we can stay linked, so we can stay connected, so you can see the moves and stay on this journey with me. Also, don't forget to share. Share this link. Share this podcast with your friends, your co-workers, your children, your parents. Share this episode with your friends, whether you're watching now or you're going to watch later. Share, leave comments, and hit that notification bell. So we are going to dive right on in. The topic tonight is focus. And I have encouraged y'all on so many different topics. The encouragement comes to me first. I have said this so many times, and I will continue to say it. The reason I can bring these topics to you, because this is my journey. The journey that I am taking to change and to grow mentally, physically, and financially. So we're taking this journey together. So as I bring it to you guys, I am talking to me first. So don't be ashamed, don't be embarrassed about the conversations and the topics that we be having, because the mirror is placed in front of me first. I have to look in the mirror, and these are the areas that I am working on within me. So today's topic is focus. Focus. What has your attention determine your directions? What has your attention determines your direction. And I'm going to give you scripture as I call my prescription first. And this is real talk, real recovery, and real grace. So the scripture is Proverbs 4:25. Let your eyes Look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. And why that I picked that scripture, because it goes right into what we'll be talking about tonight. And most of my topics are scripture based when I do bring it to you. I will be talking about focus for a length a lengthy time. Why? Because it's so deep, it's so broad, and it covers so many areas of our life. Now, you will not get all of that in this episode. It will be a continual. You might catch some shorts and you may see it on YouTube as me going live. So tonight conversation has the potential to change not just your thinking, but how you live. Focus is one of the greatest battles of our generation. Never before have people had access to so much information while struggling to give their full attention to what truly matters. We live in a world filled with notifications, opinions, expectations, comparisons, fear, and constant demands. Every direction competes for our attention. And what captures our attention often shapes our decision, relationships, and future. This episode is an invitation to pause, examine what your attention, and intentionally direct your focus towards what truly matters. It is not becoming perfect or ignoring life responsibilities. It is about living with purpose, wisdom, and discipline. Whether your challenge is spiritual, emotional, financially, relational, physical, or professional, the ability to focus often affects every area of our life. Tonight we are not simply talking about concentration. We are talking about protecting your purpose. I welcome you again to another episode of Let's Talk About It with Latrice. And it is truly an honor to have you here, whether you're tuning in now while I'm live or you are watching the replay. Thank you. Thank you for investing your time in your personal growth, healing, and spiritual journey. As you journey with me, as I bring these topics to this episode, to this platform, because remember, this is not just my journey. We are journeying together. Why? Because so many of us are hidden and hiding underneath shame and embarrassment of the topics and the situations that I bring before you. So we're taking this journey together. So thank you for taking this journey with me. Our prayer is that every episode challenge you to think deeply, think deeper, healing intentionally, and live with greater purpose. I hope you take notes as you listen. I hope you go back over these episodes. Just don't hear them, apply them. This platform exists because conversation change lives. Some conversations comfort us. Some conversations confront us. Some conversations expose us. And some conversations completely transform us. Yes. So tonight may be one of those nights for you and me. Purpose. Purpose. The purpose of today's discussion is to examine what has your attention and determine whether it is helping you fulfill your purpose or distracting your distracting you from it. That is tonight's purpose of this conversation. Tonight we will explore focus from multiple perspectives, including this is lengthy, so we will not cover all of it tonight, but including biblical, spiritual, emotional, psychological, scientific, finance, relational, leadership, and personal growth. This is not simply another motivational conversation. This is an invitation to real transformation. We will focus on purpose instead of pressure. We will focus on response instead of react. Now, reaction focus on the problem. And why? Why are we going to focus on response instead of react? Because I was one of those people and I'm still working on me. I will react quickly. You come and I'm running. But I am working on these areas in my life. And it feels so good to know that my response is different. It's different and it feels good to respond differently. I never thought I would be able to feel good without responding. I never thought I would feel good with not having an action, a reaction to someone's action, if that makes sense. Because I was quick to. You come for me, I got you. I wasn't Michelle Obama. You hit me, I'm hitting below the belt. But it feels so good to be in this space and in this season in my life that I am learning, and it feels good. I never thought it would feel good. I was one of those people like, I gotta say what I gotta say. I gotta get it off my chest because I'm not holding nothing back. I'm not hurting me. It felt like my chest was in knots if I didn't say what I had to say, or felt like I was gonna have a heart attack if I didn't get it off my chest, and I was refusing to hurt me. But the whole time I was hurting me anyway. So reaction focus on the problem. Response focus on the outcome. Focus on the outcome. Do you want your outcome to be shackles or do you want it to be freedom? Shame and shackles no longer live here anymore. Not anymore. Recognize distractions before they become detours. Protect your peace. Strengthen emotional discipline. Improve decision making. Build healthy relationships. Manage finance with intentions. Strengthen leadership skills. Now let's go back to the finance. No, we'll come back to that. Because that's one of the biggest I'm not going to say problems, but we all have not been good stewards over our finances. And then we have the blame game going on. Strengthen leadership skills, develop constant daily habits. Now, we know developing constant daily habits. What do that look like? It look like, the first thing you do when you get up in the morning is pray, brush your teeth, wash your face. Some may brush their teeth, wash their face first, and then pray. But we know that we're going to brush our teeth and wash our face as long as we live on this earth. That is constant daily habits. Treat it just like that. I know for me, like when I used to say, I'm going on a diet, and my favorite day was, I'm going to start Monday. Monday never came. Diets don't last. You have to make a life change when it comes to your health and eating. So develop constant daily habits. Create lasting change. That's how lasting change become consistent, intentional, and consistent. Why this conversation matters. The greatest enemy of purpose is not always failure. Sometimes it's distractions. Many people do not lose because they lack talent. They lose because their attention is divided. We begin one project before finishing another. Guilty. I am so guilty. Guilty, guilty, guilty. We will start another project before we finish another. This part of my season in my life, I have, and I'm going to say lose for right now. I have lost a lot. People, places, finances, business, and things. But in this season, I am learning. My language is changing. I didn't lose anything. It wasn't a loss, it was a lesson, right? I was that person that had my hands in a little bit of everything. Something's going to lack. Everything is not going to get your full attention when you have so much going on. Not saying we don't need residual income, residual income. That's not what I'm saying. But I've been working so hard since I was a young girl, constantly working, running, chasing the bag. And now in this season of my life, I realized that my plate was so full of multiple meats, multiple vegetables, multiple starch, multiple dessert. So when I want to take my fork to dig in my plate, I didn't know where to start because it was so full of everything. So what am I saying? Be mindful of your plate. Make it a 3-course meal where you can see the vision and make it plain. We chase opportunities that were never our assignment. Guilty, guilty, guilty. We chase assignments, we chase opportunities that were never our assignments. Never. We spend hours comparing ourselves to others instead of cultivating the gift Yah has placed within us. We allow offense, disappointment, fear, worry, and constant noise to consume the very energy we need to fulfill our calling. And let's talk about offense. I get it all the time. Believe it or not, I get the text message, I get the emails, I get the phone calls. You'd be surprised. Pay attention. We do not have to allow offense to redirect our attention because that's what it's set out to do. Now let's talk about that. Don't let offense steal your assignment. One of the greatest weapons used against people with purpose is offense. They want to stop you. They want to. Even behind that smile. The cost of distraction is often invisible at first. I just talked about it. The smile, I love you, I'm proud of you, I'm happy for you. The hugs. Do not ignore your discernment. Discernment speak louder than words. Discernment is felt bigger than any hug. Do not ignore your discerning spirit. It's, it quickly steals our time. It weakens our discipline. It clouds our judgment. It delays our growth. And eventually we wake up wondering where the years have gone. Tonight is about reclaiming what distraction have stolen. Now, as we journey through this episode, keep asking yourself these questions. I'm going to give you the questions that I ask myself. And I want you to ask yourself these questions too. What currently has my attention? What currently has my attention? What deserve my attention? What have I been avoiding? What have I been avoiding? What keeps pulling me away from my purpose? Am I living intentionally or simply reacting to life? I get in my car, I drive sometimes, or sometimes I just sit in it or go in the park and think. I've been hustling and bustling for years. For years. There is a difference between making a living and living a life. It's a big difference. I had to ask myself, Tracy, is that living? Is that truly living? Is it? And I know it's a saying that's going around now that everybody say when you say, hey, how you doing? And now everybody say, oh, life is lifing. Life is lifing. We will pick up what people put down. Be mindful of the words that you pick up that people are putting down. Because I'm guilty of it. I picked it up, but I had to sit back and like, wait a minute. Yes, things are going on. Tragedy happened. Responsibilities happen. Things are going on. People losing their cars, their houses, their jobs, family members. Yes, things are going on. But I had to really step back and think about saying life is life. And I had to tell myself, if life is life, that means I'm living. So life, you keep on lifing if I'm living. So life keep on lifing. That means I'm living in life. So life keep on living in my life. Okay? Because when life stop lifing, that means you're not living. So we got to be grateful and find the positive. And I know this may sound like harsh. Trust me, I have been through the storms and still is. Actually, my cousin ruin is going on right now. I just lost my cousin. Not only is she's my cousin, she's a sister. We was raised up. My mother raised her in the same household. And her funeral is tomorrow. But I'm still amongst the living in my right state of mind. So with that being said, the difference between living and living a life, one fills your schedule, the other one fills your soul. What distraction have become normal in my life? What habit strengthened my focus? What habit weakens my focus? Where is Yah inviting me to redirect my attention? What one change can I make this week to better protect my purpose? That's something to think about. Change only comes when you make that change. You cannot change no one. The only person you can do is change yourself. You can get the message out there, but it's up to the individual to apply it, hear it, listen, and apply it. Apply it. The only people we can change is ourselves. Change only comes when you make that change. Repeat this, whether you're watching now live or you will be watching the repeat. I choose purpose over distraction. I choose wisdom over confusion. I choose discipline over excuses. I choose healing over avoidance. I choose faith over fear. I choose clarity over chaos. I will guard my mind. I will guard my heart. I will guard my purpose. What Yah has called me to accomplish deserve my full attention. I will remain focused. Before we can change our direction, we must first examine our attention. Because wherever your attention constantly goes, your life will eventually follow. So again, tonight's conversation has the potential to change not only how you think, but how you live. Our topic is one word, one simple word: focus. It sounds simple, doesn't it? But if we're honest, many of us aren't struggling because we do not have dreams. We're struggling because our attention is scattered. We're not always short on vision. We're often short on sustained attention to the vision God has already placed before us. I have a question for you. Not your neighbor, not your spouse, not your children, not your coworker, not your manager, not your supervisor, not your boss, not your friend, not your misbooker, not your leaders, not your doctor, not your mortgage company. I have a question for you, not your bills. What has your attention? Not what should have it, not what had it, what has it today? Where are your thoughts spending the most time? What are you replaying in your mind? What keeps you awake at night? What do you reach for first when you wake up? Sometimes the answer is our purpose. And I have the first answer, and it's for many of us. Sometimes it's your cell phone. Sometimes it's our fear. Sometimes it's resentment. Sometimes it's social media. Sometimes it's worry. Sometimes it's grief. Sometimes it's work. Sometimes it's approval. Sometimes it is projection. Sometimes it's jealousy. Sometimes it's envy. Sometimes it's judging. The point is not to judge ourselves. The point is to become aware. Awareness is often the first step towards meaningful change. I want everyone to participate to think quickly for a moment. And what I want you all to do is drop your comments in the comment area. If I don't call out the answer that you have in your head, drop your answer in on your own. Drop it. And the question is, you can choose one or you can choose two. That question is, if you had to describe your attention over the last 7 days using one word, what would it be? Drop your comment in the comment area. Will it be focused, scattered, overwhelmed, hopeful, confused, busy, anxious, or calm? I repeat it again. If you had to describe your attention over the last 7 days using one word, what word would it be? Focused, scattered, overwhelmed, hopeful, confused, busy, anxious, or calm? I'm going to verbally drop mine in the comment. And mine's is scattered. I can actually pick a couple of them, but I'm going to use scattered. There are no perfect answer. This is simply an opportunity to notice where we are. Many of us say we don't have enough time. Sometimes that's true. But sometimes the deeper question is not about time. It's about attention. It's about attention. Two people can have the same 24 hours and use them very differently. Heck, all of us have the same 24-hour time and use it differently. Focus is not about doing everything. I am one of those people that have my calendar set. Always been like that, at least a week. And every day I will have at least probably about 15 to 25 things that I have to do on my to-do list. And if I did not complete my list, I will get so upset with myself. I will get so upset. I will get angry. I will get mad because I felt like I was defeated. I would lose sleep because I did not complete my to-do list and I felt like it was going to overlap the next day. So my whole goal was to finish my to-do list each day. But I am learning focus is not about doing everything. It is about giving appropriate attention to what matters most. I want to make something clear. Being focused does not mean you will never be interrupted. It does not mean you won't face unexpected responsibilities or challenges. It doesn't mean that. Life happens. People need us, tragedy happens, emergencies arrive. Focus is not the absence of interruption. It is the ability to return to what matters after the interruption has passed. That takes intentions. It takes discipline. And sometimes it takes saying no to good things. Yeah, saying no to good things. I know y'all like, girl, what you talking about? Saying no to good things. Everything that look good is not good. Everything that feel good is not good. Sometimes it takes saying no to good things. And in my season of now, I see that it was good, but it was not my assignment to say no to good things so you can say yes for the best things. The best is yet to come. Ask yourself, what have I been saying yes to that leaves no room for what matters most? Have I confused being busy with being fruitful? That's a deep question. These are the questions that I ask myself. Have I allowed constant activity to replace intention living? These questions aren't meant to produce guilt. They're meant to invite clarity. As we continue, we are going to explore focus from several perspectives. We will look at the scripture teaching. We will examine what psychology says about attention. We will consider what science have learned about habits and distractions. We will reflect on relationships, finance, leadership, and purpose. Because focus is not just one part of life. It touches every part of life. So let's continue this journey together. What has have your attention determine your direction. Remember to go on my website. Let's talk about it with Latrice and fill out your contact information. Until next time, it was a pleasure speaking with you all. But remember, we go live the second Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Remember, this is real talk, real recovery, and real grace. Let's talk about it with Latrice. Love you all. Good night.